So here's some moves that you can do, or some exercises that you can do, depending on your leg mobility at the moment and whether you can put your foot down, not on the floor, but put your foot down and sit like that, or sit with your leg out. So first thing I would say is try and keep moving. So in terms of your posture, it's better to have some spinal movement as best you can. And for these, I'd encourage you to sit up nice and straight, even though you might be used to sort of slumping in a seat. I want you to try and get cushions or use your back muscles preferably, so that you can sit up as straight as possible. And I'm assuming that you might have your legs out on a poof, something like that. So one of the first things you can do is pelvic floor contractions. So just while you're sitting there, then a slow lift of the pelvic floor, like you holding yourself from needing a wee or passing wind, and then release. And then again, hold up, hold up, hold up, and then release. So a few of those squeezing, they're slow and controlled and held, maybe sort of 70% lift and then release. Or you might go 50% lift. So you're not really tensing your abdominals, but it's underneath. So that's a few slow ones again. Join in. And then release. But also some fast ones. So squeeze, let go. Squeeze, let go. You're looking for 100% maximum contraction. Tighten, let go. Tighten, let go. And when you're sitting like this, you tighten, keep going, tighten, let go. Really squeeze, let go. Your bottom is relaxed. You're sitting up as straight as you can. You'll maybe feel your tummy trying to join in a bit. That's okay, but try and isolate your undercarriage. 4 more. Let go. And again. Let go. Big squeeze. And again. So those are some pelvic floor squeezes. Then you can do static abdominal contractions. What I mean by that is you're sitting up nice and straight. Think about your natural arch in your spine, behind your neck, and pelvis vertical. Put your hand on your belly for feedback. Take a breath in. And then exhale and feel that you're pulling the low part of your tummy back, then the middle part of your tummy back, and then scoop your tummy as if you're lifting it up and under your diaphragm. Just like we would do in class with our feet on the floor doing a shoulder bridge. Hold that squeeze, shoulders are relaxed. And then let go. Take another breath in. Go again. Lower part of your belly, maybe right behind the belly button, and then can you really scoop out? So your hand is here to give you the feedback that something's happening, that it's moving. And you're pulling back as best you can. Now obviously you hold it, you hold it, hold it. And for that we're breathing into the ribs and the chest and the upper back so that you're not holding your breath. And then release. And again, inhale. Exhale, squeeze, low belly, middle belly, upper belly, tuck it under your diaphragm, relax your neck. Ooh. Release. Let's do 2 more. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze. Feel like you're sort of shrink wrapping your waist. Release. And again, inhale. Exhale. You might feel your pelvic floor want to lift, that's fine. At the end, particularly at the end of the exhale, 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 then send the breath here so you keep that contraction. And breathe normally, chest and upper lung. Keep the contraction. Keep the contraction. Relax. And then you can do some fast ones, so just keeping your hand on your belly for feedback. This is a bit like Kapalabhati breathing in yoga. So you're pumping the air out, so you're going breathe in. Now you can do it through your nose. Not to be done too long if you've got high blood pressure. I know you haven't, you've got low blood pressure, so this is actually quite good for increasing your blood pressure. But similarly, shouldn't really be done if you've got glaucoma or problems with eye pressure. You might find it sending you a bit woozy in the head. So let's do one more. Take a breath in. You can do it through the nose or the mouth. Here we go. So it's pump, pump, keep going, pump, pump, pump. Drive out, drive out, drive out, drive out. You're not thinking about the breath. Squeezing, 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 squeezing all the way out, 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 out. And then you relax and the breath comes in. And rest. So that's very much abdominal, abdominal, abdominal. So we've had slow contractions, pelvic floor, slow contractions, fast contractions. Next thing you can do is sit up nice and tall. If your feet are down, this is probably a little bit easier to be more bolt upright. But if you still have to have your feet up, then so be it. But we're literally just going to twist to the side and go around as far as you can. If you're on a hard back chair, it's easier to use the chair back. But you might be able to get hold of the back of the chair and just encourage your spine round. Think about the waist moving, then the ribs, then the chest, then the shoulders, then the neck. And then you move slowly through the middle. We'll go the other way. Rotate, trying to keep the pelvis vertical and sitting up nice and tall. Feels a bit tight on this side. Do let the head turn with you. And if you can, let your eyes go all the way around in the sockets as well, so you're actually exercising the eyes. And then back through the middle, and then sweep your arm up and doing a little side bend. Again, you could either rest your elbow on the sofa or on an armrest, or on, if you're in a hard back chair, let your arm dangle down the side. But we're trying to keep the lateral movement of the spine, should relieve some tension. Because you'll have been sitting a lot, it might be that you're naturally kind of slumping here and rounding your upper back. So think of lifting your breastbone. You're in between the double glazing, don't flex forwards. And then coming up, that's nice. Other arm lift, over to the side, breastbone lifted, chest open. You can either look forwards or chin to armpit and look up towards your fingers. So your neck becomes part of the spiralling. Plus it gives you something to reach for. Quite nice to look up. And then bringing your arm down and releasing. So a little bit harder to do with your legs up here, but you can also take the cushions out, so you're having to use your back muscles to sit up nice and tall, and then you can tuck your pelvis under, so your lower body is, your pelvis is tilted, your lower back is stretched, and then roll the pelvis and come up into lower back extension. Just really try and get your belly forward, your tail out, and then again, so it's like rising trot, slump and lift. You're not really thinking about moving your head, but your head and your shoulders will move. This is again easier to do if your feet are down, and easier to do if you're on a hard back chair rather than a soft sofa, but can still be done. Good. Couple more. Quite nice having my hands here on the front, because as I come up into extension I can just pull back slightly and really get that lift out of my spine. One more. Now, if you are able to stay sitting upright, soft ribs with your legs bent, great. Try lifting a knee without your pelvis tipping. It's quite hard to do. And then bring it back down. Keep your core engaged. Exhale and lift the other knee. So it's like we would in class. You're mimicking lying on your back, change, and doing alternating knee lifts. Hip flexor firing up. Can feel my back wanting to tip. If you're again on a firmer seat, gives you more feedback. One more pair. Now, I'm assuming that at this stage you might still be with your legs out straight, but you might be able to just put them on the floor. It's just if they're on a soft cushion and you don't put much weight on them. Like when I say in class, let's do one more, right leg. When I say don't push with your foot, it's as if your foot is getting lighter. You can actually rest your foot on the floor but not put any weight through it. So that's quite good at firing up the core. Alternatively, legs out straight, sitting up as tall as you can, take a breath in and lift a straight leg. Now, it might be slightly bent especially if you're really slumping in the sofa. But if you can, neutral spine, cushion if you need to help you sit up straight, but lift one leg. Bring it down, straighten, lengthen, squeeze, and lift the other leg. Bring it down, straighten, lengthen, lift, turn your knee out this time. Bring it down, lengthen, squeeze, lift, turn the knee out. So by turning the knee out, you're stimulating this muscle on the inner thigh, well not inner thigh, but the inside of your quads, and then release. Stretch, lengthen, lift, turn out. Keep that leg in the air and do a tinsy-wincy knee bend, and then drive through your heel. Tinsy-wincy knee bend, drive and push through your heel. What you're doing is firing up the muscle on the inside of the knee there, just to the lower portion of your quads, of your thigh. And this is really good for knee stability, which you're going to need when you stand up and you have to lay weight bear again. So a couple more, bend, squeeze. Hope you're doing them. Bend, squeeze, release. Sit up straight, lift your other leg, turn the knee out and the toes out and the heel in. Ooh, this is hard. Bend, squeeze. Now if you put your finger just there, so it's above the kneecap and the lower portion, you know where you see footballers with that lovely teardrop shape on their front of their thigh there, low part. I want you to press there with your finger so you get the feedback that that muscle is actually firing and you can feel something contracting. Let's do 3 more. Sit up tall. One more little knee bend, it's not a big one. Push, 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 and release. Ooh. Grab your ball or a cushion between your legs, squeeze. Sitting up nice and tall, squeeze. Soften, squeeze. Soften, don't slump, squeeze. Soften, squeeze. So by having it between your knees, hopefully you're feeling it right up in the groin and the inner thigh. Soften, squeeze. Another option for variety and depending on your foot is to move it down between your ankles. Take a breath and then squeeze your ankles together. So I feel that a little bit lower on my inner thigh. You might not, you might. At the moment my knees are facing upright. Release, squeeze, release. Let's go again. Squeeze, but turn your toes and knees out a little bit, and now squeeze your bottom as well. You'll find yourself lifting out your chair. It's like rising trot. And then release. Keep the heels turned in, the toes turned out, subtle V, squeeze. Bottom, firing up, boom. Everything's like, oh yeah. Front thighs working, inner thighs working, bottom squeezing, release. Inhale, go again, squeeze. Sit up tall, soft shoulders, soft neck. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Come on, bottom, release. And again, squeeze in, lift up, tighten your front thighs, sit up tall, squeeze both cheeks. I can feel my right cheek firing and my left one's going, nah. So I'm really having to keep my focus on my left buttock. Sorry, Max, I'm not clapping you. And release. Whew, that's quite hard, isn't it? You can also sit up and hold your ball here, press in a bit, so you're working your chest, static contraction across the chest here. So drop your shoulders down, soften your neck and inhale. And then press, press, press with your palms. You can add a twist, breathe in. Exhale, squeeze and rotate. Keep the ball level with the breastbone. Inhale, center. Keep squeezing your chest, but opening your chest. It's very easy to squeeze your chest and round it. I want you to sit up tall, collarbones open, press with your palms. Come center, inhale. We go one more time, one way. Ball at breastbone, nose at breastbone. Inhale, center. Round the other way, exhale. So the exhalation is wringing out your flannel, so your waist is squeezing. Back to the center and release. Now here's the thing, you could put the ball between your knees and just use it, squeeze it, grab your band, sit up tall, elbows in at your waist. Knees can be slightly bent if you want, take a breath. Now we're focusing upper body, squeeze your shoulder blades towards each other, fire up the back of your shoulders. Inhale, if you've been knitting a lot, this will be good. And again, squeeze shoulder blades towards each other. So if you've been rounded, reading, writing, knitting. Open the chest, squeeze your upper back. Inhale. Use a lighter band or no band if you need to. Elbows in at your waist and off we go. Inhale. Again, exhale. Squeeze the ball if you're doing that as well. Inhale. And then go and stay there. Keep hold of the ball, sit up tall and pulse with your upper back. Forget your hands. Think upper back, upper back, upper back, upper back. 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Good. So another thing that you can do, thinking how best to get you there, is to sit on your band. So put your band under one leg and then see if you can putch it up, lift your bum, and get it underneath you. And you're going to take the band, in fact it can go from front to back, there's the end of it. So you're going to take, I'm going to take the cushions out because they're getting in the way. Take the band out behind my bum and I'm going to bring it actually through so it's pointing forwards between my legs. So a bit of the band is at the front just so I'm anchoring it down. The majority of the band is right at the back, right at your tailbone. And then you take it in your right hand, take it up behind you, sit up tall. You might as well be squeezing the ball because hey, why not? Could be ankles, could be knees. And then this elbow, keep it in and narrow, hand to shoulder blade down your back. Use your other hand as guidance. And guess what? Seated tricep push-ups. Elbow close to your head. Are you joining in? You managed to get your band all sorted. Second time you do it, when you watch this video, you'll be there in a jiffy. It's just the first time you'll be going, what on earth? So maybe aim for 15, 20, something like that, till you feel that it's just starting to bite a little bit. Keep that elbow narrow, hand down to shoulder blade, not spine. Narrow. 3 more. Squeeze in the ball. 2 more. 1 more. And then the good news is you can just swap hands straight away, let that one have a little rest, hand down the middle, and then off we go. Boom. Use this hand for guidance. This will mess up your hair. Elbows close into your face as you can, pointing up to the ceiling as best you can, squeezing the ball as best you can. So we need about another 5. Can we do them? 1, 4, 3. It's better counting down, isn't it? 2. Sorry, Max, he's on the floor having a snooze. 1, he won't eat his breakfast this morning. And then release. So we've done the dumb waiter, we've done the triceps. So you could, I wonder if you could put the band around your thighs and do bicep curls like that. So if the band is maybe around your knees and you sit up nice and tall, hold it quite short and you can have your elbows just in front of your waist. You can do single arms or you can do double. So I've got the band sort of just behind my knees and I'm sitting up nice and tall, which means I'm having to work my back muscles. I can feel my back getting a bit tired now. And you can do alternating arms or double arms. You can make the band longer or shorter. Two more. And then rest. So, I'm not sure where you're up to in terms of being able to lie on your tummy, but one option is to lie on your tummy, however you shuffle your way there. So I'm thinking about glutes and back muscles. And oh, and by the way, I brought these in because you can also do, if you didn't want to use the band, you could do bicep curls just with some bottles of water or tins of beans. So if you prefer that, you can. I find the band better for resistance than tins of beans. So I'm just going to show you here that if you wanted to, you could come down onto the floor. you might have a cushion underneath your ankles so that your foot is just slightly off the floor. But that will bend your knees. So you're going to have to really focus on keeping the leg still in that bent position so that you're firing up your bottom and your back. And you can either rest your forehead down and exhale, do a single leg raise. Exhale, single leg raise. If you can straighten your knee and put your ankle down, your toes very lightly down, then do. But obviously if it's still healing and you want to keep your foot off the floor, you're going to have a rolled up cushion or a rolled up towel underneath your ankles. And then if you've mastered that, we're on to swimming. So there you are, arms out in a V shape, and off we go. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Keeping your head still. These would be really good to do if you can, April, because you're firing up your back muscles, which you're going to miss out on because you haven't been walking. So this is going to help you with postural strength, walking strength, just getting up and about strength. So it's that opposite arm, opposite leg. Keeping your head still, chin tucked in, forehead pointing at the floor. Leg could be slightly bent, but if it is bent, really focus on squeezing your bottom and not letting your back overarch. So the tummy lifted underneath so that you've got support for your spine. Couple more, because second time you do this video you might be ready to hit the deck, you might have everything in place. And then rest. Shimmy of your hips. You can wave your legs in the air. You could do this because it would be a little twist of your lower back without any pressure on your foot at all. So just a side to side on your belly of your feet. We'll be twisting from the waist and the lower back. It's really nice. With ankle wiggling. Non-weight bearing, ankle mobility. Mobilising your calves, stretching your ankles. Good. So I hope that gives you some good ideas of things that you can do when you're seated with your legs out or seated with your knees bent, using a ball, a band, maybe some little dumbbells or little weights, bottles of water and things if you want to. There's lots of other things you could do, but those would be really good postural ones. The key things, in my view, are to keep your glutes fired up, keep your back moving, so the twisting is important, the side bending is important, and then the flexion and extension here, so that you've got the undulations and the movement of your spine should keep you feeling a bit more energized and a bit more mobile. And then front thigh work, stabilizing the knees, inner thighs, glutes, all good. Hope that helps. Take care.